started, let's check your bodies. Make sure your bottoms are on your tape. We're sitting crisscross applesauce. And all eyes are on Miss Lauren. That looks beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to start talking about choosing, about selecting your own books. And I'm going to teach you a rule for selecting your own books. Let's see if my markers work. Let's try this one. Okay. Let's see how you're doing with your reading too. Can you help me as I write? Wow! Great job, first graders.
Good morning.
Goldilocks. The Goldilocks. Good. The Goldilocks rule. First grade, you are excellent readers. Excellent readers. I want you to work on being a little bit better listeners, but you are excellent readers. Let's read this together. Today I'm going to teach you a rule called the Goldilocks rule for choosing or selecting your own books for your book box for read to self. Who knows who Goldilocks is? Who is Goldilocks? Who is Goldilocks?
Una niña que tiene el pelo mono, rubio.
She is a girl. See how I can draw? Okay, I need the, how does it, okay, need the eyes, mouth, and the
hair. Yeah, that is much better. Correct? Beautiful.
okay. Goldilocks, what do we know about Goldilocks? This little girl, what's the story about Goldilocks? Who knows the story? And raise your hand, please, instead of yelling, shouting at Miss Lauren. That's not very nice. But raise your hand if you know the story of Goldilocks. Do you know what happens in the Goldilocks story? Tell me.
Goldilocks.
She found a house in Goldilocks. Who is the house? Who did the house belong to? She found the house of who? Of the three bears. She found the house of the three bears. And she went inside the house. What did she find inside the house? What did she she find inside the house? She found the beds of the 3 bears. And one bed was too big.
One, it was a little bit.
Or too hard. And the other one was maybe too little. And there was one bed that was just
A baby before the baby.
just
Fine.
right. So Goldilocks goes into the 3 bears' house and she finds different things. She finds chairs, she finds beds, she finds food, she finds porridge, and every time she finds something that's maybe too big or too hard, too soft, and always there's one thing that is just right. First graders, fix your bodies. Fix your bodies, please. Thank you. Fix your bodies. That's wonderful. Thank you. Crisscross applesauce. Eyes on Miss Lauren. Take a deep breath. Fix your body a little bit better. Crisscross applesauce. Not leaning on the...
applesauce on your butter.
Put your hands down. So we know Goldilocks, right?
Yeah.
You know Goldilocks. We're going to use the Goldilocks rule for choosing books. So, sometimes,
What is that? Cloud. Too easy.
sometimes honey,
Too hard.
too easy. Too easy. Good job. Too easy. Sometimes when we choose books, we can choose books that are too easy. Okay? Too easy means if the book is too easy, that means we already know all the words in English. It's easy. We don't even have to think. We don't even have to use our brain. Okay? So if a book is too easy, there's very little thinking and very little learning. If we're always choosing books that are too easy, that are very easy, then we're not going to learn anything new. We're not going to become better readers. Okay? But sometimes we have books that are
I know. Too hard. Too hard.
sometimes we can choose books
Too hard.
too hard. And when the books are too hard, then we know the book is too hard because
And books too scary.
if a book is too hard, then it has lots of hard words. Especially hard words in English. We don't know, not just a couple, but lots of hard words. And if a book is too hard, then sense. That's not fun to read.
Oh, then we have to read it.
If a book is too hard, then we can't do 3 ways to read.
Yep.
We can read the pictures, we can try to read the words, but they're so hard, and then we can't retell the story because we didn't understand it. We don't know what's happening. Okay?
I never tell the story. I never read the story. Never, ever.
If a book is too hard, we can get What's this big long word? Frustrated. Frustrated. What does that mean?
Bravo.
Just like in Spanish, frustrated. If it's too hard, we can get frustrated. Ugh, I just can't do this. This is too hard.
Sometimes that happens in my house.
Or we can get frustrated or bored. Bored. How do you say it in Spanish? We can get frustrated or just bored because we can't understand it. The words are too hard. That makes reading really boring. Not very fun. Okay? So when we choose books, we don't want books that are too easy, and we don't want books that are too hard. We want books that are just right. I'm going to put it in green for gold. You know, we want to look for books that are we want books that are just right. Just like Goldilocks wanted a bed that was just right. And she wanted a chair that was just right. And she wanted a bowl of porridge that was just right. So how do we know when a book is just right for us? When a book is just right, we know most of the words. Not all of them, because it would be too easy and then we wouldn't learn new things anything. But we know most of the words. Okay? In a just right book, we can a just right book we can understand and we can retell. We can do the 3 ways to read. Okay? So a just right book, we know most of the words, we can understand, we can retell. It has there is lots of learning. We are becoming better readers when we choose just right books. There is lots of learning going on when we read books that are just right. And books that are just right are just right books too. They have to be fun. I have to pick a book that I like and interesting say that in Spanish?
Interesante.
Very good.
Right, good connections. So when you get to choose your books, you're not going to choose your books today. But Miss Lauren and Miss Courtney are going to be here to get you ready this week to choose your own books. So you need to remember the Goldilocks rule for choosing books. What's the Goldilocks rule? Check your bodies, first grade, check your bodies.
What is the Goldilocks
What's the
rule?
Goldilocks rule for choosing books? Do we want books that are too easy? Do we want books that are too easy? Do we want books that are too hard? We want books that are
Just right.
Do you remember the Goldilocks rule?
Yeah.
When you get to choose your own books, will you look for books that are just right, not too hard,
Yeah, just right.
and not too easy?
Just.
Now, what's just right for me might not be just right for Mrs. Courtney and Miss Natalie. So just because a book is just right for me doesn't mean it's just right for my friend. Or just because my friend has a book that's just right doesn't mean it's just right for me. Okay? Just right is different for every person. And that's okay. So this week, and when you have a chance to choose your own books, we'll remember the Goldilocks rule for choosing just right books. And we choose just right books so that